There were some huge hits in this game.
Yeah.
On its side right now. And
So it's been
Sean Hockley, the referee, he's not doing anything. Could this be them just letting the clock run out? But I don't think you would do that, would you? You would just call the game if that were the case?
Yeah, I'm sure what was happening. Dan Campbell, he's, on his knees watching like he's waiting for the next play. And Coach Morris on the other side, it's like he had the headset on and just watching. Both teams are talking in the middle.
And now they're just going to come in to pray. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. We did see Coach Campbell and Coach Morris speaking for a moment, and you wonder if they did question, given the potential serious nature of this injury.
Now the entire crowd has stood up.
It's a powerful moment.
Moment of the scene around the world for sure.
I've never seen this before. Both teams on the field, helmets on, snapping the ball, coming together, forming a circle, now hugging, showing their respects to one another, and having just said a prayer. Mr. Norris is on his way, hopefully, to
They've got it. I mean, they know
speedy
that
full recovery
there's some
after the hit he took.
potential serious, like,
We're always taught as broadcasters never to assume anything with an injury. And when you're a player, you don't assume anything either. But one thing that I've learned from my dad as a doctor is you always, as a doctor, assume the worst and then go from there. And right now I get the sense that right now the players, from what they just saw, they're assuming the worst and they're hoping for the best. Some of the fans are heading towards the exits right now, and I do believe that's going to be the end of this game.
It's a powerful message if that's what's going on, putting things into perspective in this day and age where health and safety has become such a hot topic and a point of emphasis. We have seen, yes, rules changing. We've seen protocols put in place to make the game safer. We've seen new equipment evolving to be safer, but we have also seen this evolution of the mindset of a football player. They're no longer the day where it's, hey, rub some dirt on, get back out there, next snap. These are human beings who are fully aware of the dangers of this game, and you can see the character of these men out here tonight and how they responded to this injury.
Jen, as we're watching this unfold, what are you hearing on the sideline?
I'm back over on the Falcons sideline, Coach, and obviously Maurice Morris is the most important thing, and it's what everyone is thinking about and praying for. But I can tell you they are packing up the whiteboards, they're putting them away in their cases, they're emptying water bottles here. I'm standing with some of the Falcons
snapped the ball
as well as the NFL reps.
so they're just
and
standing
NFL
there
reps.
and
They aren't sure what's going on, so if indeed this game is being called, that's a decision being driven on the field by the players and coaches. They're waiting to find out an official word, official decision, just as much as we are.
Yeah, and you know,
it's like
what I
right now.
kind of go back to is
No, the quarterback still has possession.
seeing Dan Campbell.
Quarterback still has possession of the ball.
Together.
holding it?
Yeah, quarterback's just holding the ball.
If the players say we don't want to play anymore, we're in the fourth quarter of our first preseason game, why not just walk off the field then? I mean, now you snap the ball, there's 14:50 left on the clock.
Right.
We're now at 9:04, and the players are out there. We saw them come together to pray.
referees are trying
And
to
they
figure
just
out what to
stayed
do.
Yeah, and it's, only one other situation really sticks out in the mind of fans who watch this game, or even who don't watch this game, but I think we all remember what happened to DeMar Hamlin and the effect that had for so long on so many guys. And you mentioned it, we saw Dan Campbell, we saw Raheem Morris lead them out the 45-yard line. You saw them talk, exchange, go back and forth. And then when we came back on, we saw Dan Campbell talking to his team. And he could easily be saying there, this is the end of the ballgame for us. And I mentioned it when we came back. After a situation like that, it's so hard to just flip that switch again and go 100 miles per hour and play a football game and try to get your mind around what you just saw and get back into game mode. So I completely understand where these players are coming from, and you have to respect that Dan Campbell and Anthony Morris maybe came together and said, look, maybe this football game is not the most important thing to have going on right now.
Sean Hockley just walked over to speak with Raheem Morris. Dan Campbell's talking to some of the officials on the near sideline. And I believe Hockley's going to come over and speak with Campbell right now. There's under 7.5 left on the clock.
Crazy.
I do believe this is unprecedented. I've never seen it before where the clock has been running. Nobody's doing anything.
It's a powerful moment. It's a powerful gesture and statement to that young man, Maurice Norris. Whenever he goes and hears about what these players, these coaches decided to do for him.
So they don't have to cancel any games or anything. They said if you don't want to play, just kind of walk out.
At this point, per New York, this game is suspended.
Suspended.
So we just got the word from Sean Hockley from New York that this game has now been suspended. And I don't think anybody here in the stadium, here in the booth, or on the field disagree with that.
It's the game is changing, right? You mentioned what the rules, the protocols, the equipment to make it safer, but also the mindset and the mentality when it comes to injuries. Recognizing that these are human lives, right? That we're out here and it's not just this brutal blood sport anymore. You know, this is a game where people fully understand the implications when you step between those lines. And
Crazy.
see the evolution of players
And with that,
and coaches
we have the
and
longest
our
play in
health
NFL history.
and our emotional health for the players who were